Hello, how are you guys doing today? It's Doll. Welcome to my channel, and today I'll be showing you the basics of Pokemon trading card game online. Now, I'll be using a guide on the Pokemon Reddit page. To get there, go to www.reddit.com/r/PTCGO Pokemon Trading Card Game Online, and you'll be brought to somewhere similar to this. This is not the exact guide I'll be using. To get there, scroll down, hit Beginner's Guide FAQ, and you'll be brought to this exact page. This guide's written by Jack of the Trade. It's an awfully great guide for showing you how the game works, and we'll be using it for the entire video. Now, let's get started. First thing I'm going to talk about is the Trainer Challenge. It's a single player mode designed to teach you the basic rules of the game, as well as to start you off on your first Pokemon collection. Now, I'll be showing you this inside the game, so I have to close down the web browser, and this is the game's main menu. We're going to go to the Trainer Challenge right here under Quick Match, and you see these are all the theme decks that I currently have. You're not going to start off with all these, you'll start off with at least 3 of them. One of them being the black and white basic blue. This is a water deck. Next is black and white basic green. This is a grass deck. And finally, black and white basic fire. This is the red deck. You're not going to be starting with all these cards, but as you level up a deck by using them more often, the whole card suite will unlock, allowing you to use all these cards that you've obtained in anywhere and the rest of the game as well. So now moving on, you're gonna see not City Championship but probably Gold. These are the tournament tracks, and if I open this and click on Selected Trainer, you can see Zach, Mick, and Calvin are part of the Gold League, and moving to Platinum, Zach, it looks like Calvin did make it. Logan, Juji are now part of the Platinum League. And finally, City Championship, it looks like Zach kind of got knocked out and not here. You get the idea, these are the league tracks. And these are just difficulties and NPCs you'll find within each league. There's also medium, easy, and hard, and they'll decide what kind of cards the NPCs will be using. The harder the difficulty, the more experience you'll get defeating them. And just to show you, you can see that this yellow bar represents the experience for at least for Zach. I've maxed it out, 4 stars, everything's complete. Well, you can see that maybe for Juji, I didn't completely finish it. I would have to go back, maybe play on hard, and eventually the stars as well as the meter will fill up. And once they're full, you unlock a booster pack, allowing you to get a couple more cards and hopefully something good for your collection. So this is the Trainer Challenge. Hopefully once you progress through, you understand how the game works, as well as get a nice couple of booster packs and unlock something pretty cool. So this is gonna be the first part. We'll be starting next one. Right, next section is the scoring mechanics of the Trainer Challenge. Now, Jack of the Trade has written in great detail on how the scoring mechanic works. Each mechanic, as well as how many points are awarded, are listed here, as well as tips on maximizing your score. In summary, play everything you can. If you have a roller skate card, play it, get those card draws, attack on every turn, put energies on every turn. Basically, the more actions you do, the more points you're awarded, and usually this is what you want to do in the main game as well. And finally, certain trainers have some weaknesses, such as fire Pokemon are weak to water. If you're playing against a fire trainer, use your water deck, and that way you'll be able to do double damage to most of their Pokemon and earn more points. If your opponent is using a green deck, then just use your red deck, because red beats green, and you'll be able to maximize your points that way. Now I'm going to do one trainer challenge for you just to give you an idea how it works out. If you do not want to see it because you definitely know how to play Pokemon, go ahead and click the annotation below and we'll just skip straight to the next section. If not, let's see, do a trainer challenge. It seems you didn't click the skip button. Great! Let's do a trainer challenge. Now, just click on trainer challenge. We're gonna start off with Gold League because this is what everyone starts out with. I am going to play against Juji because I don't have as much experience with her and I'm still missing a star. So, let's play Juji. I will be picking my basic grass deck, which is already selected. Usually, basic grass is what you want to default to because I feel like I have more success with this deck than any other deck if there's no weaknesses involved. So, gold, basic green, Juji, let's get started. Hello, Juji. There's gonna be some dialogue. We're just gonna try to skip this. I'm just spamming my mouse button and let's get started. Now, I have two choices, Wurmple or Wurmple. This is a very, very hard decision. I'm gonna go with the right Wurmple since obviously the right one is much, much better. I'll put the left Wurmple right on the bench and that'll be it. Alright, so I want to maximize everything I can do. So I'm going to put a rescue scarf here. I technically should save this for a stronger Pokemon, so I'm able to play it later and I don't need to play it immediately. That's all I'm going to do. Let's play random receiver. No harm done. Looks like I don't need to look through all this, but Bianca is going to be my next card. I'm going to save all of these cards because I can play Caress, but I want Silcoon to be played next turn. I also want to use Bianca. That's a little bit too in-depth, but let me just save those. End turn. What will Juji do? 1 energy, and she uses low kick and 10 damage. That's okay. Moving on, we're going to attach this to Silcoon. Caress. Caress will give me 1 less card. But, actually, I'm going to go ahead and play the Rescue Scarf on Wurmple. It's not going to be as great, but I don't want to lose it when I play Caress. There we go. I have a second Silcoon as well as a Snivy. Now, I'm going to throw Snivy down because I see Bicycle. Draw until I have 4 cards. The less I have in my hand, the more cards I'll get. Let's play Town Map because I'll get to see all the cards I have on my prize. So Town Map. Now when I pick my prizes, I know what cards I'm gonna get. Bicycle, 4 turns. Whoa! I have the entire Serperior and Servine line. So this Snivy is gonna go all the way up. As well as Bianca. You'll see what I'll do with that next turn. Let's play Level Ball. Oh wow, I get everything here. Almost. Now, basic Pokemon that I do not have right now is Yanma as well as Patrat. I'm gonna go pick Patrat since it's colorless. And we'll throw that down. That's all I can do. What's Juji gonna do? Evolve. 1 more energy. Attack Silcoon, 20 damage. Alright. Let's evolve Snivy. You can see how that was lit up and how the energy is lit up. Now, I'm going to put the energy on Silcoon so it can attack. Now, Bianca, draw until I have 6 cards. The less cards I have, the better. Perfect. I only have 1 card. 5 new cards. Let's throw Snivy down, but that's all. I want to save my last bench space, or do I? I normally would just in case since it's the last one, but I'm gonna go ahead and just toss down extra points. Let's use Harden so he can't hurt me next turn. Alright, let's see, what Steel Swing for 2 heads. Wow, 120 damage, knocking out my poor Silcoon. But thanks to the Rescue Scarf, I got it back. Now, I don't have any other Pokemon that's ready to fight. I'm gonna have to send Silcoon out. And we'll just throw down Superior. I'll charge up my strongest Pokemon. I can't play the town map, but because I already used the town map. And that looks like it. What happened to the Wurmple? There we go. Wurmple. And I'm gonna play Bianca. You see how that's lit up? 3 more cards, and that's it. And my turn. And once again, Girder's gonna knock me out. Thankfully, I have the Rescue Scarf. So you'll see what happens. I just get to keep Silcoon back. But actually, those heads didn't happen, so Silcoon will still be alive. Evolve my Silcoon. It's lit up. I can play Caress. This will give me an immense amount of cards. But let's use an energy. Caress, 10 cards. Wow. Whew. You see Beautifly and Servine are lit up. Let's go ahead and use them. Snivy. Let's just evolve the... No, not this Beautifly. I just clicked it. What happened was Silcoon was already evolved this turn. It can't evolve the turn that I put into play, so this was chosen automatically. Let's see if we undo it. There we go. End turn. So now this Silcoon may go down. And I'm gonna send out my Superior. It's ready to go and attack. Alright, let's put the final energy. Evolve Beautifly. I'm gonna go ahead and throw my Wurmple down. And there's no reason to play Switch because I want Servine to attack. And we're gonna use Mega Drain. Almost knocking it out. Oh dear. It's gonna evolve into Conquador, which, let me get it. Alright, Potion, healing Conquador, Potion again, healing it even more, 80 damage, Coin Flip Heads, Tails, I only lose 1 card due to its secondary effect, which is top down. Now, who am I gonna charge up? Let's use my next strongest Pokemon, which is Beautifly. Alright, I can evolve Silcoon. And this looks like it. Let's go ahead and Mega Drain. 70 more damage. Healing myself, 30. Alright. Does 80. I'm almost at the brink of death. Tails, I'm not gonna lose any cards. Now, let's charge up Beautifly even more. What's Beautifly can do? Oh, alright. Cool. Not gonna need to use it. Let's go ahead, use Mega Drain again. You see Switch was lit up, but I'm not gonna... There's no reason for me to do that. So now, Juji will retreat Conquador. Unfortunately, that'll knock Conquador out because Conquador needs fighting energy to, Conquador gets more hit points with fighting energy. Discarding it for the retreat gave it less than 140 hit points, so it was knocked out. Let me see, what do I need? I'll just take... Who can evolve? I'm gonna take Watchdog, so when it evolves, I'll get more points. Alright, Roller Skates, Tails. Fortunately, no cards for Juji. What can I play? Let's play Watchhog. Okay, and I'm gonna attach an energy to Beautifly. Superior is wounded. Let's go ahead and play a switch with Beautifly. And I'm gonna use Beautifly's ability to heal while keeping my Superior relatively in safe spot while it heals up. Alright, Great Ball. Fight Juji. Her bench is full. She can't do anything. She is pretty much stuck. I've won at this point, so we're just gonna have to ring this out. So let's use Drain Pour. Nope. Use an energy first. Watchhog's next strongest Pokemon. And Downpour. Healing Superior. Let's see what Juji can do. Probably nothing. Yep. We'll just, at this point, Superior is okay. Gonna switch. Just want to use cards so I maximize my points. Attach another energy. And we'll finish it off. Mega Drain. Perfect. This time I'll just take a Buffalon. Alright, Juji is pretty much stuck. Oh, looks like she can do something. Let's use up all the cards I can. Nobody really needs this. I'm gonna stick it on Servine, next strongest Pokemon, and we'll use Mega Drain. I'll knock it out next turn. What can Juji do? Apparently, Hippowdon, Hippopotas can hit my bench, but I'm totally okay. Let's go ahead, attach another energy to Servine, and we'll just Mega Drain, just trying to get out. Okay, got another prize card. We're almost there. Pokeball, that needs a coin flip to work. Yes, she can pick any Pokemon she needs, and she's gonna pick Boldore, but I know she has no energies. Crushing Hammer, no. Hit tails, heads, one energy goes away, so I won't be able to use Mega Drain. Now I want to maximize my score. Let's go ahead, retreat, paying the 1 energy retreat cost, and I'll be using Beautifly. And let's attack with Drain Pour, healing off my Watchdog, giving me a bit more points, and that's it. Alright, this is lit up. I'm gonna go ahead and involve Servine. I wish I had another energy, but no. Drain Pour again, knocking it out. Let me grab the energy from my prize card, and there we go. And it looks like Juji is pretty stuck, and this card is actually weak to grass. Whoa there. Let's charge up Servine, and I'm going to retreat, throwing a 1 discard, and we're just gonna blow this up. 140 damage due to weakness. Alright, 1 more prize card to go. Yep, Juji can't really do anything. I'm just maximize my points. Let's attach an energy. That's all I can do, and we'll just knock her out. And attack, Mega Drain. And that was hard mode. Yeah. So I'm gonna get 3 stars for this, and my experience just went up. Whew. Alright, got a bunch of rewards, and that's Trainer Challenge. So, right, in this section, we're going to cover 3 topics. Versus mode, then tournament mode, then shop. Now, I'll be showing you this in game, so I have to close the web browser, and this is the game's main menu. Now, first topic, versus mode, I'm going to click on that button, and there's just going to be 3 modes in versus. You hit this top button, you see friend battle, random battle, and playtesting. Let's go ahead and talk about playtesting first. This is basically against a computer. Select a difficulty just like in Trainer Challenge, which is medium, easy, and hard, and just pick a deck. Doesn't have to be a theme deck this time. It can be any deck that you wish. Then just click on Play Now, and you'll be randomly thrown against somebody in the Trainer Challenge, and good luck to you. It's not actually that hard, but you'll get a sense of idea of how the deck would flow, so it's relatively okay for testing out a new deck and seeing if there's any strange problems that you need to fix. Now, next game mode is friend battle. If you have friends on your friend list who are actually on, somebody would actually show up, you click on them, select a deck, and they would receive a Trainer Challenge, and once they accept, you two would just go at it, and basically this mode allows you to specifically play with somebody you know. So, simple enough. And finally, random battle. This is gonna be the most played mode in the game. Now, you will be randomly thrown against another player, but there are actually a little catch to the game mode. Smaller game modes within the random battle. You see theme? This is exactly how it sounds. Pick a theme deck, and you'll be thrown against somebody else with a theme deck, and it just goes. Last 3 points, I have to go outside the game, and let me open the web browser. it's a bit tricky. Now, standard, if you go to Poke Beach, you'll see there's a little TCG button right here. Move your mouse over it, and I'm going to click on standard, and these are all the card expansions which are available on standard. So right now, it's Boundary Cross and all expansions after that. If I click on expanded, it's actually black and white and all expansions sets after that. And finally, unlimited. If you pick unlimited, you're on your own, because this means everything goes, including cards that you've never seen before and that you'll never own, such like half a Lugia or something. So good luck. I'm pretty sure Digimons can show up on here too. Normally you should start out with expanded because you're gonna have cards for this, and once you collect more cards, go on to standard, because everyone who is in standard likely has quite a nice or good enough collection. So moving on, I'm gonna have to go inside the game now, so we'll close this, and that's basically versus mode. Back to the main menu. Next is tournaments. Let's talk about tournaments and why you should care. Tournaments are when you compete against other players for tradable booster packs, which are very valuable because you can potentially get any card in the game if you have enough booster packs. We'll talk about that later in the trade section. Let's talk about tournaments. I'm going to click the tournament button, and you see here this week these are the 3 format types and the 3 entry costs. They'll change from week to week, but first let's talk about the formats. Standard, expanded, theme. Actually, we don't have to talk about that because I did that in the earlier part. What matters now is the entry. Now, if the entry are tokens, you're only gonna win tickets. So if I click this, view rewards, first place, 3 tickets only. Water tickets, they're what you want to get into the premium tournaments. So this one, entry is tickets, rewards are booster packs. And for this week, you can only use expanded and theme decks until the week changes or the weekend comes, when more options will arrive. So you can potentially play a theme deck, and if you do well, you'll get 2 booster packs for winning, which are tradable and will probably get you started on very good cards for your collection. So how do tournaments work when you actually hit the join now button? I'm not gonna do it for this video, but when I join, 8 players total will join the tournament. You only have to beat up to 3 of them. In the first round, once you, if you win, you move on to the second round, and if you win, you'll go into the final. So up to 3 consecutive games. You beat them all, those booster packs are yours. Now, they're gonna change every week. Make sure that if you're not playing a theme deck, probably should have quite a very powerful deck, because you do lose those tickets or tokens whenever you lose, but at least they'll give you some slight compensation, like 5th to 8th place. The worst, you'll get a tournament chest, which usually contains maybe a nice amount of cards, or just a nice card. 3rd, 4th place, booster pack, so the reward structure is quite lenient, even with the tickets. Now, you don't really have to do the tokens, because when I just played the game regularly, random matches, the wheels sets me up with plenty of tickets, so I could potentially join 10 times. I didn't farm for these tickets, so at the moment, tickets not too bad, quite easy to come by. You'll probably save up plenty yourself. Alright, let's talk about the deck manager as well as collection, because they're both very related. So let me close the web browser and go back into the game. This is the main menu once again. I'm going to click on cards and deck managers, what I'm going to talk about first. Now these tabs out here are filters. All is every deck. Green is theme decks, yellow is standard deck, red is expanded, and finally purples is unlimited, and stars are your favorite decks. which I don't really have anything added at the moment. But to create a deck, in all the options, you're gonna see the create a new deck will be there every time. So just click on create a new deck. Deck Wizard. This is where 3-year-olds throw a bunch of cards together and tells you, here, play this. You should never click this. Standard, expanded, unlimited are exactly what it sounds. The game just filters those cards for you. We're gonna do expanded because this is likely what your first deck is gonna be if you are just starting out. Now, these up here are filters again. Trainers, filters to trainers, energies, Pokemon, likewise. And I like to click this tile view because it shows you all cards in the tile. It's much easier to see. I don't like this one because I like pictures, so we're just gonna stick with this. And let's make a deck just an example. So don't actually make this deck. I'm just picking random cards. I'm gonna pick Superior because I like snakes. I don't. In fact, forget I actually mentioned that. I'm gonna pick Servine because it evolves into Superior, and Snivy right here because I need it for both other Pokemons. And you can see it's blocking me because I have 4 of each. That's just the maximum you can have. I'm also gonna get Bouffalon because it has an afro, and I like afros. Next, I have 16 Pokemons. Sure, that's enough. Let's go to trainers, and I'm gonna add Juniper in. Everybody has this card. We'll just throw in Juniper. Why not Sharon? Because I like glasses too. And finally, how about Ultra Balls? Because I actually don't have any Master Balls, so we're just gonna have to stick with an Ultra Balls. And that's just how you add trainers in. I'm gonna throw in off the filter, and let's just do what the deck wizard does, and just blindly click cards. And you can just do it like that. Did I actually pick a card? Okay, we'll just, you get the idea. Energies, let's just fill up the deck with fairy energies, or actually I'm using grass Pokemon. We'll just use fairy energies anyway. So just click it all the way up. I actually have one of those. Let's click the one where I have infinite energies. You start off with all basic energy types, unlimited amount. These probably came from theme decks. So I'm gonna do this until I have 60 cards. Now this is the deck that you'd use to lose all the time. After that, I would save it, give it a name, lose all the time. And I can just pick a coin. Let's pick a Delphox coin, deck box, Eevee Dex box, Charizard sleeve, and we're just gonna save it. Lose all the time is now finished. If I click and expand it, I can probably just not expand it. There we go. I can play lose all the time, and I would lose all the time. There you have it. That's just a quick intro for your decks and collection. Let's talk about the trade. Right? Let's talk about collections. Now, it's exactly what it sounds like. This is your entire Pokemon card collection. To access it, click on cards, then collections, and here are all your cards in a very long gallery. Let's go ahead and click on the tile view. Much easier to see, and you'll be able to sort through trainers, energy, and type in whatever you like, such as I want dragon energies. So I type it in, click enter, and then dragon energy shows up. I'm going to right click this, and you have 3 more options, which I very rarely use, but I gotta cover it. So this first option means for trade, meaning I'm willing to trade this card. One is I want this card, and the button that I've never used for review. You know, like, forget about this button, shouldn't even exist. Well, that's pretty much collection. Let's talk about how to do a trade using the in-game system. I'm gonna go and click on cards, trade to get to the main menu where Nathan will tell me that I don't have any trades. He does this quite often. So let's take a look at the other features. First, if you have any trade offers in progress, Nathan will tell you they'll all be listed right here. Public offers, these are all the offers being made online at the current moment. You can see it's cards for cards or cards for packs. That's the main way you should go, cards for packs, because if you're trading a card for a card, that person has have that card and you don't know what's the worth difference between them. So packs, tradable packs like you get from those tournaments, are going to be the main currency, kind of like the money for trade. You trade your cards for packs and trade those packs for cards you need. It's just simpler that way than trading a specific card for another specific card. Now if you want to filter all this mess, just type in what you want, like God of War. Just don't even type the whole name, just God is fine, and you'll be able to see sometimes it's cards for a specific card. No, just do cards for packs, just like what you see here. Now I can increase the filters such as if I only wanted packs, meaning who's willing to give one of my cards, say I'm getting packs. Now these are all the offers listed for cards that I actually own, or I could change it for I'm giving packs. So now the only cards or trade offers where I give packs for cards show up. Doesn't show up like one of my seismitodes for something. And for other filters, you can use gameplay. This will give me options such as sleeves or deck boxes. So I'm going to show that up. Make a Gengar sleeve. They want my box and Charizard sleeve. Not going to do that, but just an example. And finally, avatar, which are items equipped for your characters. It looks like I don't have anything here, such as maybe it's not showing up. Yeah, it is. Well, there we go. Pikachu themed avatar collection. Alright, and what else am I missing? Offers to me. If someone made an offer to you, it'll definitely show up here. And finally, trade history. Everything you made with a trade system is going to show up right here, so you can come back and look at this. And what else am I missing? Public offers. 99% of these public offers are not going to be in your favor, because if you don't know, it's just the way how the game is. Now I'm gonna post the mini guide down in the description on how I think most trade offers go. So it's a general outline, but it's been quite consistent for the past 2-3 years. Definitely take a look at that. And that's it. Let's move on to the next. Talk about trades using the in-game system. I'm gonna click on cards, then trade, then up in the right hand corner, create trade. It's gonna give me private trade. If I know the person I'm trading for, I would click this. Otherwise, do a public trade, which is searchable by everyone. Now, there's the I'm getting box and I'm giving. This is just exactly what it sounds. Now, let's say I would do trade packs. So just click on packs. It can be energies, trainer, whatever the filter you set for. Now, packs are a bit tricky because right-clicking this, you see that I have this set for trade. You have to do this in your collection first before they'll show up. So I already have this selected, and you can see that 2 of them are locked, 2 of them are not. I have 4 total booster packs in that combination. So I'm going to offer 2 booster packs, and I'm giving and I'm getting. Let's try to get Absol just as a demonstration. Just double left click this and it's up there. 1 Absol, 2 booster packs. I'm done. I can set this for 2 days or 24 hours, 1 day, or 8 hours. Usually 8 hours will work. Some tougher trades you may want to do 24 hours if you know what you're doing, but this is a good default. Post a trade up. I've created a trade offer and Nathan is gonna... Come on, Nathan. I've made a trade offer. There we go. He's gone. I'm trading 2 booster packs for this Absol. Now, if nobody trades, I will get my tokens back, but if I just right click, I can cancel the trade. I won't get the tokens back, but that's okay. Sometimes you accidentally post a bad trade and you're gonna do it. So I'm gonna do this for this demonstration. And voila, this is pretty much the trade system. Right, let's talk about daily challenges. Now, to get there, just click on the profile button right down here and you'll be able to see your daily challenges. Now, it changes every day or once you complete it. So today's, for example, knock out 5 opposing Pokemon with my water Pokemon, which I have not done yet because I'm lazy, and you can still see I'm level 1. But definitely, if you want to expand your collection for free, this is what you should do. Now, the requirements are different each day. If you win, you will get at least a booster packs, trainer tokens, and you will level up. Now, depending on the element of the challenge, such as let's pick grass for example. I've completely leveled it up. I get the coin. If I were to get more grass daily challenges, I would eventually level up, unlock the sleeve, and finally the deck box. And once my overall level goes up to at least, I believe, 5, I'll be able to unlock a second challenge, allowing me to level up these much more quicker and obtain more free cards. Definitely try to do these if you want to expand your collection. So, that's daily challenges. For the last section, we're gonna stick with Jackhammer Trades Guide because it's awesome. Now, earning tokens, there's really one main way, maybe 2 ways to do it, but for completeness, we're gonna talk about all 4. Playing random battles is the best way because you're playing against real players. This is what the game wants you to do, so they're gonna give you the most tokens from doing it. Now, when the game ends, win or lose, although preferably should be winning, you get a bonus wheel, which is a roulette, and it spins and lands usually on tokens. The wheel's rigged to give you tons and tons of tokens, so just keep playing random battles. You'll see what I mean. Those tokens will stack up real quick. Now, daily challenges can be completed at the same time as random battle. I think that's actually a requirement, but once you complete a daily challenge, that's bonus tokens, bonus booster packs, and you'll level up your account. So definitely do the daily challenges for the extra rewards. You can play the trainer challenge, which is the NPCs, but you're gonna get bored of that pretty quick and the rewards are awful. 1 token per game, and milestones can only be completed once, so just ignore that. Worry about the other 2. And finally, oh dear, play online games on the Pokemon Fun Zone. I have no liability whatsoever if you click on this link and start playing these. We're gonna leave it at that. Finally, free cards, under shop and redeem codes. If you type these in, you can get a free theme deck, Rallying Cry theme deck. This is a bit outdated. Hopefully they'll update this soon, but you can get double colors energy there, so it's used for that. And you can get unlimited amount, so type this up 4 times, you pretty much get 4 of everything or more into deck, or how many you want. You can also get a Pokemon EX hat, which you probably won't wear because the style is just not of this era. But Dark Explorers, get a free hat. Yep. And that's it. You have made it to the very end. Congratulations. There's absolutely nothing else to see. Thank you. I'll see you next time. Pokemon Fun Zone. Let's see what's here. Pokemon Puzzler, Solrock and Lunatone's Waterfall Fun, Float. Maybe it's not too bad, but I'm gonna stick with the trading card game.